Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? And welcome to the Lakers post-game show on ZSPN on YouTube. I'm your host, Zaid here. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the New York Knicks tonight. Now, before I get into the stats and what went down in this loss against the New York Knicks tonight, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate if you guys show me the love and support for my channel, ZSPN on YouTube, by liking, sharing, and hitting that notification bell so you will know when I upload on this channel. It will be much appreciated. I really do appreciate the love and support you guys give me on this channel, and of course all over social media. Please like all of my social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ZSPN. I'll leave the links to my social media sites and this channel. I mean, if you're watching this, you don't really need to click on that link, but just subscribe and hit that notification bell. but if you guys want to follow me on social media, I'll leave the links to those in the description of this video so you guys can check out my social media sites. And of course, guys, subscribe to the channel. Much appreciated. Now, let's get into the Lakers' loss against the New York Knicks tonight. Now, guys, obviously the Lakers were without LeBron James due to the suspension that he received against the Detroit Pistons, where he, got into a brawl between the center there. I believe it was Isaiah Stewart. Obviously, the NBA gave them their punishments. LeBron got 1 day suspension, and I believe he will be back with us against the Indiana Pacers tomorrow. So hopefully the Lakers can get a win over that particular game before Thanksgiving. But the 1 game suspension, the first. I mean, I have to say, guys, for LeBron James, for him to not getting his first suspension out of his 19th career is very accomplishing in that sort of sense. I mean, throughout his career, never got in trouble in like any sort of predicament, and being ejected the second time in his 19th career. So I mean, it's very impressive. A guy does not play dirty, and it's just always goes through the games and just plays it right, and just having that sort of coming down on him is just I find that very accomplishing for a guy of his status. So, but aside that, LeBron James was out tonight, and the Lakers were, obviously gonna be playing against the New York Knicks without him. And obviously, when it came to the first half, was not pretty whatsoever. The Lakers didn't look like they weren't playing hard enough to accomplish their goals to beating the Knicks tonight. And but they actually turned it around. I mean, a huge comeback for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came to the third quarter, and that all really had to do with the shooting. The shooting really started to pick up from the Los Angeles Lakers. Avery Bradley shooting the three a couple of times in the beginning of the third quarter. And then, I believe the Lakers broke their, a 25-point deficit because, they were just down by a huge amount. And when it came to the third, they, cut that, and, they were at the 20, came back at the 25-point deficit, and they were down at the end of the third quarter by 2 points. So talk about a big comeback from the Los Angeles Lakers, but unfortunately they failed to accomplish that. And now the Lakers, with their record now, they are 9 wins and 10 losses into the regular season. And guys, there's some struggles, really are. There's some struggles with the team, and I'm not sure how things will get better moving forward. But, I just think, and I already spoke about this numerous times, I think changes need to be made when it comes to certain players not stepping up. Obviously, Ken Bazemore is just nowhere to be found, and, it's just not looking good when it comes to the Lakers. I think changes will be made, potentially in the next couple of months. We just have to see what Rob Pelinka will be when it comes to his goal of improving the team moving forward. But, having said all that, I mean, Even though the Lakers did try to come back, it just wasn't enough. And at the end of the results, it is 100 to 106. So it was just another missed opportunity for the Lakers to get an easy win over the New York Knicks. And, hopefully the Lakers will bounce back tomorrow once they play against the Indiana Pacers. Guys, let's talk about the Lakers stats tonight. Obviously, the Russell Westbrook had a triple double out there tonight. I believe he had 31 points, 13 rebounds, and 10 assists. He did lead the Lakers in turnovers tonight. I believe he had 6 turnovers, and that's still continuing to be an issue with this Lakers team. But guys, I believe slowly Russell Westbrook is starting to get his rhythm in, and we're starting to realize that, and hopefully we can see what Russell Westbrook is made of as the Los Angeles Lakers moving forward. And people say that Russell Westbrook he has a slow start every time he plays. So maybe we'll see it potentially in the middle of the season. Around January or February, we'll see Russell Westbrook potentially take off and just be just showing greatness. So moving forward, but a great performance from Russell Westbrook, having a triple double tonight, leading the Lakers with 31 points. Then you have Anthony Davis, guys. I have to say, Anthony Davis had a poor night. I'm gonna be honest. He had a very poor night. Yeah, he managed to get 20 points, but he went 7 of 17 from the field, and even though he was shooting threes that were kind of helped us a bit, but he just wasn't himself in this particular matchup. I believe I saw a report before the game started that he was dealing with stomach issues, or just I don't know, having flu-like symptoms. So hopefully it's not anything too serious, but maybe that played a big factor of him not stepping up for the Lakers tonight. But managed to get 20 points. I mean, not bad, but all overall, he's just wasn't himself out there tonight. And I think if he was the monstrous type of performer that he always is, I think maybe the Lakers would have won tonight. But it's just a lot of speculations there. But 20 points, okay, but he just wasn't himself out there tonight. And then let's talk about Avery Bradley. He had 15 points, was the game changer. Let's be honest here. I mean, yeah, Russell Westbrook had a triple double and stepped up, but the main guy that really stepped up on the shooting side, that really helped us out in the third quarter, was Avery Bradley. I mean, he turned his game around in the third quarter, helping the Lakers, ending at a 2-point deficit, at the end of the day. And, it's just a great performance from Avery Bradley, who had 15 points out there tonight. And I think he was just that main guy that really changed things for the Lakers. So just a great job out there for Avery Bradley. When it comes to the rest, I mean, something I had to say, guys, the past couple of games, I mean, THT, he hasn't been himself. I'm not sure what's going on with the guy. I mean, it's just 0 points. I mean, that's not what THT is made of. I mean, this is the same guy in the 2 games when he returned, was averaging around 20 points a game. And it's just, there was a time when I really think that he was not going to average that. Maybe he will give us 15 to maybe 12 points a game, but for some reason, he's just not himself. I mean, I'm not sure it's because having LeBron James being the focal point of the team, and just him being the number one option. But he just needs to get his act together, because it's not looking good when you're having a 0-point game, and it's just you not stepping up to the plate in place of LeBron James. I mean, you were at the bench at one point. So for you to get inserted into the starting lineup, playing at Madison Square Garden, it's just one of those type of moments where you should have stepped up and give us your all in this particular matchup. But unfortunately, no, he was a no-show whatsoever. So I don't know, maybe things will turn around, moving forward. But I'm not liking what I'm seeing from THT. So maybe things will change moving forward. But But, he just had a bad night for THT. And then let's talk about the bench real quick. I mean, Carmelo Anthony returning to the Garden. He played there with the New York Knicks for, I believe, maybe it was 4 or 5 years or something. I might be mistaken. Maybe it was 6 or 7. I mean, he had a really great career with the New York Knicks. I mean, personally, I was a big fan of Carmelo Anthony as a Denver Nugget more than anything because he was in his prime, and it's just, he was always that, if I had to, pick the best scorer at that time, I mean, I had to pick Carmelo Anthony because he was just a scorer, averaging around 20 points a game, and just giving his all as a Denver Nugget, and it's just. He was just one of my favorites to watch. And just seeing him getting a standing ovation in New York was just something special. And, he had 12 points and, he went 2, I believe, of 4 from the three. So not a great night for him returning to the Garden. But, guys, I have to say, when it came to the field, when him going to the field goals, he had a bad night there. I mean, I believe he had I think he went I might be mistaken, guys. I think he went 3 of 10 or 3 of 11 from the field. I mean, overall, I mean, the Lakers really struggled when it came to the rim in field goals because, the New York Knicks, they were just protecting the rim like crazy. I mean, Julius Randle and those guys, I mean, they were just protecting the rim like it was like their life depended on it. And it was just one of those type of moments where the Lakers really struggled there. I mean, yeah, they kind of shot very well from the three, but when it came to the field goals, I mean, it was just not their night overall for the Lakers. And you had Malik Monk. I believe he also had 12 points out there tonight. He kind of led the Lakers a bit in the first half where they were struggling the most, but overall the Lakers were struggling in the first half. But they managed to come back, and obviously in a huge way, as I mentioned, from a 25-point deficit, and that all had to do with Avery Bradley and just the Lakers stepping up hard against the New York Knicks in that particular second half in the third quarter, where I was surprised the Lakers stepped up there because they don't really do so when it comes to third quarter situations. So I was very surprised in that particular moment where the Lakers stepped up in the third quarter. But yeah, guys, that's all I really had to bring up. I mean, the Lakers just really need to find out what's their problem and what's their issues. I mean, is it because of, not having LeBron James, or maybe, Kendrick Nunn still being out? I mean, maybe he is the X factor for the Lakers to start winning games, moving forward, or maybe it's Trevor Ariza, not having the right lineup in place that we obviously predicted before the season began, where he was supposed to be the guy at the starting lineup at the small forward and just being at the starting role. Or, maybe, I don't know, maybe the Lakers need to do a change overall. Maybe they need to find somebody in the free agency market, in the buyout market, or maybe they need to make a trade. I mean, there's something needs to be changed for the Lakers to succeed this season, because as it stands now, playoffs or championship wise, it's not looking good for the Lakers' potential for playoff run, or excuse me, championship run. Moving forward because of their struggles. But hopefully they change things around moving forward for the better. And I really want to know, guys, your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, please give me your thoughts about the Lakers comeback in the third quarter, which ended up being a loss. Do you think it was a great performance from the Lakers in that second half, or maybe some changes need to be made? I mean, I really want to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and guys, just please give me your thoughts overall about this Lakers moving forward, and I really want to know your thoughts about it, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.